So everywhere you turn, there's some real estate agent telling you to date the rate and to marry the home. Buy now, don't wait.
I will sell this house today.
But really, what's the right decision? Are they just full of shit? Are they trying to make a commission? Or mathematically, does it truly make more sense to buy versus rent? I'll tell you right now that it's more expensive to own a home per month than it is to rent. But when you dive into the numbers, that changes quickly. Hey, now before I dive in, do me a huge favor, smash that like button, make sure to leave your comments and questions below, and if you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button so you get more content like this. Now there's a lot of arguments that people can make about buying versus renting and the benefits of being a homeowner. In my opinion, the main benefit is that you earn a shit ton of equity over time because real estate on average appreciates at 5.37%, and I need a place to live. So while I'm living in this place, I'm earning equity, which builds wealth, which makes me 40 times more wealthier than a renter, statistically speaking. But let's remove that from the equation and let's not look at the tax deductions and all the other benefits of being a homeowner, and let's just focus on the monthly payment.
Show you the money.
Because really, that's all that anybody really cares about.
Show me the money.
They're looking at what's it going to cost me per month to live somewhere.
Show me the money.
And if it costs more to be a homeowner, then why should I do that? Why does everybody tell me to do that? Is that because that's what they do for a living and they're just trying to pay their bills? Or does it make financial sense to be a homeowner? Well, like I said in the beginning of this video, on a monthly basis, it is cheaper to rent versus buying. It wasn't always that way though, and especially when interest rates were in the 2s, it was way less expensive to buy a house, have a monthly mortgage payment than it was to rent a home. But with rates at 8%, now, you know, the tides have changed. Now, one of the benefits of having a mortgage versus rent is that you're basically locking in your monthly payment, assuming you do a fixed rate mortgage like pretty much everybody does. So if you get a fixed rate and your property taxes aren't going to change and your homeowner's insurance, it doesn't really change by that much, and your monthly payment on your mortgage is fixed, then you have essentially locked in your monthly housing expenses. Whereas rents, on average, depending on what market you're in, go up anywhere from like 5 to 6% per year. So your rent is not locked in. Sure, there's always that one-off scenario where the landlord's like, you know, the really nice old guy, he only wants $500 even though he could get $3,000 a month. I mean, that doesn't really happen too often, right guys? So when you look at the math, buying versus renting up front, like year one, day one, it's more expensive per month to buy.
Inconceivable.
But since I've locked in my monthly payment and now I'm not subject to future rent increases, the numbers will show you that after a few years, it actually makes a hell of a lot more sense on a monthly basis to be a homeowner and have that fixed monthly payment versus being a renter, because ultimately you're going to end up paying more per month. And then again, like I had mentioned, as a homeowner, you're building equity, you have tax deductions, and you can do whatever the hell you want with the property, by the way. But if you were to compare a $500,000 home, which in a lot of markets, that's an entry-level house. You know, yeah, if you're watching in San Francisco, LA, whatever, yeah, of course, it costs $1.5 million. So these numbers are going to be exponentially different, but rents are also really ridiculous there too. But on a $500,000 sale, if you were putting 3% down, which is basically like the minimal down payment that you'd be looking at unless you're a veteran, your total monthly payment would be about $4,500 when you include property taxes and homeowner's insurance. And I get it, you just shit yourself, right? That's a lot of money.
What did we eat?
But if you look at a comparative home, a home of the same square footage and all that stuff, it's going to cost you roughly $3,000 a month to rent the same equivalent. So again, on day one, right out of the gate, of course, it's basically $1,500 a month more to own a home versus renting in this scenario. But this is where all the math makes everything make sense. So let's just assume that your rent is going to go up 6% annually. So year two, your rent's $3,071. Year three, $3,255. Then then $34.50, then $36.57, and pretty soon your rent is $4,600 per month by year 9. But your mortgage payment is still $4,500 because you locked in your monthly payment. And so as rents continue to increase, that payment on your monthly mortgage payment, it has not increased. And in addition to that, you've also been paying down how much you owe on your amortization every single month when you make your mortgage payment. Part of that payment is paying down what you owe, which is building equity. And you've been participating in the market because you're not on the sidelines as a renter, you're a homeowner. And so that average of 5.37% of appreciation every year, that's turned into $314,000 on top of the $50,000 that you've paid your balance down. And during that time, if you were in a 22% tax bracket using itemized deductions, you had also written off $31,000 in tax write-offs, which would make the net gain of buying versus renting $242,000. So yes, it is more expensive per month to be a homeowner, but in the long run, you're way better off to be a homeowner than you are a renter because you fix in that payment, and at a certain point, the rents are going to exceed what payment you would have fixed in.
I represent the rent is too damn high party.
And then you're building wealth through equity. I hope you got value out of this video. I get a lot of questions about this all the time. Do me a favor, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you haven't already, leave your comments below. I love responding to them, and sometimes I make a video about it. If you'd like to work with me and my team, we'd love to help you out. We've got tons of experience helping people just like you. We meet most of our clients off of this channel. You can find ways to connect with us below, and we'll chat with you then.